Are we on? Yes! Period! Hey guys, what is up? It is your girl Maddie Love back with another video. I am so excited to be back. I kind of like, I had to take like a little breather, like a little break, because I had just been feeling so like lost in so many different ways. I just kind of needed the time to refocus, get my groove back, and kind of like stop doubting myself, because that's like such a terrible habit that I have. But as you could tell by the title of the video, today we are doing a sorority tag. This is kind of like a life update, because I did not say anything on this channel. If you follow me on like Instagram though, or anything, or if you're like a Facebook friend, then you know that I'm in this sorority. But we're just gonna talk a little bit about it, because this is like one of my like lifetime goals that I achieved within, you know, the past year. I'm just very like happy, and I'm very grateful to be in this position, because you know, not a lot of people are granted the opportunity to join such a fine organization. So without further ado, let's get into this tag. So I just have the questions here, so I'm just gonna like read them off and then answer them, whatever. I apologize to people for, you know, whoever can hear me, because I'm gonna be loud, okay? Question 1. What is the name of your sorority? I am a part of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, founded in 1920, January 16th, 1920, the most honorable campus of Howard University in Washington, D.C. Number 2, what is your sorority's hand sign? The hand sign that we do, this is the kitty. You can see that. Ooh, okay, camera, zoom in, zoom in. My nails are not done, but all the hand signs look so much better when you have like nails on. And then the second one that we have is the dove. There's a few things that we'll do in picture. We'll do, you know, like if we're with other people, then we might do this, we do this. There's a dove, or you might like have a dove with like another soror, your sister or whatever. So we have the dove, we have the little Z, Z. So we'll do the Z, dove, kitty, Z, and yeah. So number 3, what is your sorority's call? We do Z Phi, so sweet. So we'll go. Earphone users, please prepare yourselves, because it's about to be loud. Okay. And don't judge my Z Phi, okay? Don't judge my Z Phi. It's a work in progress. Z Phi, so see. Oh my god! I swear, like back when I would be at like events or probates or whatever, and they doing the call, I'm like, ooh, I don't think I can do that. Like my voice cannot get that high. But you know, after I became a Zeta, and you know, like I you know, sometimes when you're not started yet or whatever, sometimes in the comfort of your own home, you like to practice, like you practice the kitty, or you practice the call within your own confines of your space. So I, you know, practice and stuff, and it's something that you gotta like, you know, get used to, like get used to having your voice be that high. My ace can do that, like hers is perfect, but like she's a legacy, and on top of that, like hers is good, but her mom's is even better, like but you know, that's what happens when you nice and seasoned, okay? So number 4, did you always want to join a sorority? Growing up, I didn't really like, I never even knew what a sorority fraternity was, only by what I've seen in like movies and stuff. But because of how I kind of like grew up, I didn't really know or understand what college life was in general. I just thought, you know, you go to class, you do your homework, and you come back. There might be different clubs that you could join, but as far as Greek life, I know I didn't have the knowledge that I have now, or even, you know, a few years back when I first got introduced to Greek life. I didn't even know when I was in high school that there were like black fraternities and black sororities. I didn't even know that that could possibly be an option for me, because in high school I wasn't like, I'll be honest right now, I wasn't as deeply rooted in my blackness because growing up, my parents are both deaf, and you know, one of them is an immigrant who came from Haiti, and so they don't have that American or Black American culture ingrained in them. So it's something that I had to kind of realize for myself. So my actual sister is in a sorority. I'm not going to say which one because, you know, that's up to her discretion whether she wants people to know or not, but she was in a sorority, and you know, once she joined the sorority, I kind of like thought like, oh, this might be an option for me. I'm not really sure if that's a route that I want to take, because I know that, or at the time I knew that it's, you know, it's a lot of hard work. And she joined back in 2010, and you know, she joined a Hispanic sorority. I'm not going to say which one, but I again didn't know that there were, you know, black fraternities and sororities, and so my mind kind of just centered on one kind of, you know, like one kind of organization, and I'm like, I don't know if that's for me, just because I don't even though I do have like a small Latina background, that's not how I identify as. So I'm not sure if I would be completely comfortable in an organization like that. So I didn't always know that I wanted to be in a sorority, but I will say that when I met my ex-boyfriend, he was an interest for a Hispanic fraternity. I'm not going to say which one because that's up to his discretion, but I went to a stroll show with him, and this was at Rochester Institute of Technology, and I saw, you know, the Zetas on stage, and like, I did not want to join because I saw them strolling. That's like a terrible reason for you to want to join an organization. That's terrible. But I wanted to join Zeta specifically because, one, they were basically like the only black D9 sorority on campus, like on the yard, and the energy that they exuded off the stage, and you know, I'm saying, oh, Zeta lady looks good every day, and just like the unity and the just the vibe that I got that seeped off the stage, I was like, that's for me. That's something that I want. That's something that I know that's attainable for me. And something that I will have in the future. And it's just interesting because at that time I did not even attend that school. I was in a community college. I was not even like I wasn't even like qualified to join one of these organizations, and I wasn't going to be for a long time. But even though, like, even if that was an obstacle for me, I still kind of like kept that in the back of my mind, like, okay, if this is something that you really want, you have to keep keep it pushing, keep going. And so, you know, I graduated from that community college. I didn't end up actually going to RIT. I didn't get accepted because my grades were terrible. I'm not gonna lie. But once I got to Buff State, and I saw this as an opportunity for me to redeem myself and to make myself, you know, qualified again. So I didn't always know that I wanted to join a sorority, but it was at that exact moment that I knew that I wanted to join this sorority. So number 5, what is your favorite sorority related memory? Now, I haven't been a part of this wonderful sorority for too long. I actually joined in fall of 20. So my favorite sorority related memory was my first Founders Day. It was here in Buffalo, and it just kind of solidified the fact that I actually did this, that I was successful, that I completed a goal, because I was surrounded by, you know, other people who or other women who were also Zetas, and you know, this was something that I wanted for a long time, like 2016. So that was a total of four years of waiting, and to actually just be sitting with, you know, my sisters and my other sorors, you know, who are part of the graduate chapter. I just kind of like, you know, it was a moment where I had to bask in and, you know, appreciate the moment at that time. And I ended up crying. I was like tearing up a little bit because, you know, this was, again, something that I wanted for, you know, such a long time, and I finally, you know, did what I had to do. And I felt like, you know, becoming a Zeta in a pandemic really kind of shifted my perspective on myself as a person, and as a young woman, and as a young Black professional, you know, up and coming, you know, creator, professional woman, all of that. So that was my favorite sorority related moment. Number 6, what is your favorite gift that you ever received? I don't want to say like anything specific because I actually love all of my gifts. I have a few. I'll probably pick some out. This is, I know it's like falling apart a little bit, but this is one of my favorite gifts. So you know, my neos know that I'm like super into fashion, and you know, like clothing and all of that stuff. And so my number actually made this for me. They're these like stilettos. I can't wear them because I literally cannot fit these. I tried, because if I could, I would definitely wear these out. But she actually put my name on here. My name is Industrious. She like bejeweled the heel, and then like these are blue bottoms. Yeah, I know they're like kind of like, it's like a little scuffed up, but she put my number on here. Like this is cute. Another gift that I got, I'm just gonna I got this nice paddle, so put my name on it, Industrious with the pearls. Ooh. I crossed an O'Meal Trade Club. I put my hometown area code and Z5B on here. So this is another one of my favorites. I just have it like on my nightstand. This is another gift that one of my neos gave to me. It's a microphone. It's like an actual karaoke microphone too, but I don't have a karaoke machine, so I cannot use this, but I still have it. I also got this gift from my sister. I wear this, like, my actual sister. I wear this almost every day. Even if I'm wearing like gold jewelry, I'll still wear it because like it's such a subtle, like, I don't know if you can see that. If it'll, here. If you could see that. Yes, there we go. Yes, so it says Finer 1920, and then it has this little like blue gem on it. It's so cute. My other actual sister made these like little shot glasses for me. So I'm just showing you two of these, but this one says, if you can see that, this one says 1920 on it. Yeah, I'm like trying my best to show you. Yeah, that one says 1920 on it. And then this one has like the sorority like dove symbol on it. So like those are like a few of my favorite gifts. All my gifts that I've received are amazing. Like I love all my gifts. I just wanted to show like a few of my favorite ones. But anybody who's ever gotten me a gift, a Zeta gift, I deeply appreciate you, and I love you so much. Number 7, is sisterhood a real thing? Yes. Sisterhood is so real. Like, I can't even begin to explain to you like how I feel about my sisters, especially like my LS's. I feel as though like during the process, like you really only have your sisters to lean on, because they're the only ones who are going through the exact same thing that you're going through at that time. Like leaning on them, you know, getting to know them before and leaning on them during, and then after you finish, that bond is so much stronger. Like I can go to them for anything, really. I can go to them for anything, for any advice. If I just want to vent, if I'm, you know, feeling down or anything, they will do everything in their power to lift me back up. If, you know, I'm strapped for money, like we support each other. It's almost kind of, it's not rare, but I'm not going to say it's common. Because in organizations like this, and this goes not only for just sororities but also fraternities as well, there's, you know, sometimes there's a lot of like clashing, because it's a whole bunch of different kind of personalities coming together, and you really have to know each other in order for things to work well in everybody's favor. And so like I honestly believe sisterhood is real, but in order to I'm trying to find the words to say it, in order to shine through sisterhood, you need to know yourself first. You need to know yourself as a person. You need to know how you communicate. You need to, you know, be self-reflecting all the time. You need to self-reflect all the time. It's so important to self-reflect, because you get to know who you are as a person, and you're more likely to, you know, speak up if things are bothering you, or, you know, work well together in a group when you know yourself and when you self-reflect. So yeah, sisterhood is definitely a thing. It's an amazing thing. Number 8, what is the time commitment like for your chapter? My chapter is pretty small, so I'm a part of the outstanding Omicron Mu chapter, Buffalo Metropolitan chapter. The time commitment isn't like, I mean, right now it's summertime, but joining any of these kinds of organizations is super time consuming, because and I say it's only super time consuming if you're actually active. This is not like to throw shade at anybody or to, you know, to each its own. But me personally, if I'm, you know, spending money, because joining these organizations is a lot of money, I'm going to make the best use of my money. And so I'm going to be active, because, you know, I didn't just join this organization just to put on these letters and stroll at the parties and do all this stuff. I actually want to make a difference in my surrounding community. So when you're doing that, and you're, you know, you're branding your chapter, and you're, you know, collaborating with other Greeks, and you know, you're trying to shine a positive light on Greek life and Black Greek life in general, it's gonna be very, very time consuming. And then you have, you know, you have meetings, you have conventions and retreats, you have events to go to, you have community service, you have so many things. So I suggest that if you want to join these organizations, that you don't have too much on your plate, because like they say that the real work starts after you cross, and that is so true. That is 100% true. The work really starts after you cross. So just keep that in mind if you're ever wondering about time commitments. And if like anybody has any questions as far as, you know, joining a Greek organization, and if you go to Buffalo State or any of the surrounding Buffalo campuses, and you guys want to reach out to me to ask, I am an active member of the Omicron Mu chapter. Feel free to do so. I am here to answer your questions, and if there's enough questions, I'll make a separate video answering all these questions. Number 9. How many items of clothes do you have related to your sorority? Child, I have like I have quite a few things I've accumulated since I finished. I gotta say, my favorites, I'll show my favorites right now. Right now, this shirt that I received for just this past undergraduate retreatment for New York State, this is so fire. Like, the theme of it was like grownish. So this is the shirt that we got for that. And it's so worth being, you know, a financial and active member, because you get to be a part of like a whole lot of different kind of like events or retreats that, you know, you pay a little bit of money for, but you get so much back. So that was one of the things that we got. This is another thing that we got for the retreat, which is this fire blazer. Like, oh my god. Which unfortunately it doesn't like fully fit around my arms, but listen, if I'm about to email somebody like, listen, can I get a correct size of this, because I want to wear this out. Like, oh my god, look at that. Nice white blazer. So that was another. This is my Zeta bucket hat. I got it from like a local Greek store. Just look at that. Look at that. This is 1920 and final womanhood. Okay. This is like my line jacket. I wear this like all the time. It's kind of hard to get me to stop wearing this, because like it's just so versatile. It's actually really warm on the inside because of this fabric, but yeah. And then you also, when you join this organization or any sorority really, you have to start a closet. So I have a blue and white closet started up, which is like just a combination of like white dresses, blue dresses, like, you know, nice kind of fancy things to wear, like things like banquets, or like any kind of like formal event. So keep that in mind. Last question is, what is the best part of being in a sorority? There are so many positives to being a part of a sorority, especially Black Greek organizations, and you know, just I can't fully explain just because I haven't been here for that long, but I will say that even in my short experience, these past few months have taught me so much about myself and who I am as a person. There are a lot of things that I don't tolerate anymore. There are a lot of things that I don't, you know, I hold myself up to so much higher expectations, because I just kind of realized that during my my process is that, you know, someone like me, or someone who has been through the same circumstances or even worse circumstances have to work so much harder than the average person in another kind of sorority, because we are only given so much. Like we are the ones who have to give 10 times more only to get half back. And so it's just like it kind of opened my eyes to my own work ethic. And it's opened my eyes to see that I can no longer be mediocre. I have to shine through every single thing that I do. I have to put myself out there. I have to be friendly. I have to always approach people with a positive attitude, because certain things that you do that is normal to you is not normal to other people, and it can throw them off. And being a part of organizations like this is such a good networking opportunity. I cannot stress this enough. For someone like me who, again, as I said earlier in the video, my parents, because they are deaf, they don't, know a whole lot of people. So my networking pool was so very small from the start. And I'm not the type of person to ask people for help, which is something that I'm trying to grow out of. I prefer to build things on my own, because I'm trying to learn even more to be more independent. And so just based off of the letters that I wear on my chest, I'm able to network not just within Zeta itself, but throughout the entire D9, because D9s are always, as long as you approach people with respect, as long as you are friendly, as long as you know who you are, and as long as you have the goal to make a change in the world, they will see that, and they will try their best to help you in any way possible. And that's something that's so beneficial for someone like me, because again, I don't have those connections that a lot of people do right off the bat when they grow up. Some people are born into wealth, some people are born into connections, and I'm not that type of person to be born into something like that. So I think that's one of the best things. Another good thing is just being able to give back to the community, and make it better than what it is. I haven't been here for that long, but it's such a great feeling, doing community service with my sorors, and seeing, like, just being able to help people. And that's something that you can do without the letters. So don't feel like you need the letters in order to do that, but it's an easier opportunity to give back to the community, and have other plus sides to it. There are cons, there are pros and cons to everything, but there are pros and cons to joining Greek life, and pros and cons to joining a D9 organization. But it's to each its own. Every person has a different experience. My experience so far has been a positive for the most part experience. Just because, again, I know who I am as a person. I still maintain my own individuality. I still have my own beliefs and my own morals. And I keep to that. I don't want to, completely throw away the things that I've believed in, or the things that I believe in, just because I joined this organization. I still believe in body positivity. I believe in being yourself as a Black person or as a Black woman. And yeah, like, there's so many good things about being a part of a sorority, especially a black sorority, as a black woman. But right now I can only scratch the surface because I feel as though I haven't been a part of this organization for so long to where I can just say everything. That is my sorority tag. I feel great to be back. Thank you guys for being so patient with me. I'm kind of like pulling myself out of this whatever that I'm in, and you know, I'm proud of myself and I'm proud of others if you're feeling this way and you are also working on, you know, doing your best to pull yourself out. And yeah, so there will be more content. You will be seeing a lot more of me. Ooh, look at that. Look, she's serving face, okay? I got my edges kind of, and my ponytail, I feel like Beyonce. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon. Bye.